Hello everybody. So yes, I'm actually in my grandmother's, my grandma's family. The one that died 2 months ago. I'm in her sweater because it makes me feel, better. So I have 5 different videos that I am going to be posting, probably through this week into next week. But obviously, as you can see in the title, this one is going to be basically the very first and only time that I ever snuck out of my parents' house and got a DUI. Well, at the time it was 0 tolerance because I was under the age of 18. I was actually 17 years old. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into the story now. So be prepared because it's got, it's pretty juicy. So yeah, alright, well just keep watching and you guys, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, keep watching. Here it is. Alright, so this is how the story goes. So, it was actually either, it was April, like the night, it was a school night, I remember that. It was the middle of the week. Sorry, I'm outside because, the girls are trying to go to sleep now. But, I remember it was a Wednesday, so I think it was like the 17th. All I know is that it was 17th. All I know is that I got arrested 3 days before April 20th, because at that time I smoked weed. Whatever. Everybody did, okay? But, so I remember I had a group of friends that were based in Glendale Heights and Elmhurst and stuff, and, I remember that there was a big party that I really wanted to go to, but I know my parents obviously wouldn't let me. So, what I did was, I put my car, I didn't start my car all the way, I just, put the keys in the ignition and I turned it and then I put in neutral, and then once I was out of the driveway I started my car and then I drove. Okay, so I go and I forgot who I met up with, but I met up with a group of friends, and on the way back oh my god, I feel like this is such an idiot. I don't know if it was at literally I got arrested at 4:20 a.m. and it was April 17th. So literally if I got arrested on 4:20 at 4:20 a.m. that'd be the craziest coolest thing ever. But anyway, I remember I was at a party. I forgot who where it was exactly, but on my way home I remember there's 2 specific streets like the actual corner I got pulled over. It was I was driving like crazy because obviously I was intoxicated, and I got pulled over and I was like, shit, no, oh my god. And I was like, I get pulled over and there's not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 police cars that show up. And I'm like, oh my god, why do I need all these police officers showing up just for one person? I'm a little girl, I was not even 5 feet yet and I'm only 17. What can I possibly do? So they obviously I didn't know my rights, so they test me the one blowing. I did the blow test. I walked, I couldn't walk, and I obviously failed tremendously at the blow test, the alcohol blow test, and I couldn't walk straight. And I remember when they actually put me in the police car, I went psycho. I just went psycho, and I was crying and I was kicking. Literally, I've been arrested maybe 4 or 5 times. And it was all when I was intoxicated. And it was between when I was 17 through 21. Actually, no, through 20. So I was always underage whenever I got arrested for drinking. But let's see. And then I remember when I called my mom and dad, they were furious because obviously it was for almost 12 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even go to school the next day because I was so tired. And my ex was where were you? And I was like, well, I got a DUI, but they call it 0 tolerance at the time. And I was like, yeah, I got a DUI. And he was like, you're a fucking dumbass and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, whatever. But like literally every single time that I got, arrested, I would just go crazy. But like literally that was the one only time I ever snuck out of my parents' house to go to a party because there was cute boys there, and I just wanted to get laid at the time. So I literally, snuck out. I just can't believe I actually got away with like sneaking out of my parents' house because I was a rebel back then. Like I got into so much trouble. Like I used to like ditch class all the time. I used to, skip school, like pretend I was gonna go and then not go. Ditch classes and smoke weed in the locker room, smoke cigarettes on the property, like by the tennis courts, like all the time. Like I did a lot of crazy stuff in my high school, in junior, like not junior high, but a lot of stuff in my crazy high school years. But yeah, I was definitely a rebel. But they say, if you learn your lesson, did I learn my lesson? No. And like when I was 14, actually, the very first time I actually ever smoked weed, I came home and I was just laughing my ass off, and my mom. Okay. I was like laughing hysterically, and my eyes were obviously so red, and my mom was like, "You're high, you're high," and she's like, Frank, your daughter's high. And then I remember my father taking my sister and I to the police station. It was in Bensonville or something like that. Yeah, Bensonville police station, and this like detective slash like he was like a big dude, and he was like, "So you're smoking the dope?" Like, I'm like, "Yeah, it's just weed. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, everybody does it." He's like, "No, my girls, not my daughter." So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure your daughters do it too. Like, every single child does it." And he like literally got in my face. He like spit in my face basically because of how close he was to me. He was like yelling at me, and I'm like, "Dude, like back the fuck up." Like I did not listen to anybody. Like you can ask anybody that knew me. I was ruthless. I didn't care that time. Like if I got in trouble, I didn't care because like I knew that I would be safe by mommy and daddy. I knew that they would always save me and get me out of it. But like I obviously changed when I became sober in 2012 when I met Toby. But I used to be like so reckless. I used to like sneak out. Like after 21, like well, when I was an adult, obviously I didn't have to like listen to my parents, with like curfew. I didn't have a curfew or anything. Like I would just go to my best friend's house, or they'd be at my house, whatever. And I would just like drink whatever. But like literally, being in jail for a couple hours, like that was nothing. Like my next story time, it's gonna be about the first time I actually spent a whole entire night in DuPage County, like jail, like jail, like like county jail. Like that's gonna be like this like the next story time. I'm gonna save for that time. But yeah, but I mean it was a fun night when when I first I got my DUI, or zero tolerance they call it. It was fun, I'm not gonna lie. But did I ever do it again? No, I never did it again because I learned my lesson from then, and I was like so hungover. But I mean I did have a blast. But like I got charged for underage consumption of alcohol, underage tobacco, or possession of underage possession of tobacco, and there was driving a motor vehicle while intoxicated, and then there's like one more. I had like 4 different charges against me from that one night, and like literally it took like 3 different cops to like put me into the car because of how crazy and ballistic I was. Like when I used to be like a big drunk, I would just go crazy, especially when I would be arrested. Like it was just crazy. But I mean that's really all there is to it. But you guys need to stay tuned because the next story time that we'll be posting is about the time that I spent the night in DuPage County Jail. Okay, that's like right next to like it's like after that, like because you have the police stations that to put you in a holding cell until you go home, or until you get bonded out and then you go home, and then you have the county jails, and then you have prison. So I've been in the like the police station cells. I've been in county cells. but I've never been to prison, which is a good thing. But yeah, so that's like a little short story time though. Never again am I ever gonna do it. But I mean, yes, it was fun, you know, while it lasted. You know, I have a lot of stuff, you know, from my past that I've done that I do regret, but I don't regret it because, you know, you live and learn. Like, I was young. I was only 17. I was still a baby. I was growing up still, you know? Like, I was still trying to look for myself. I was still trying to find myself. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this short little story time. You know, it obviously probably wasn't as, you know, good as my other story times, but the next one, when I actually spent the whole entire night in county, that's gonna be a good one, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching my short little story time. Mwah! I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.